Good morning, students. Welcome to class 7th again. Now we are going to start exercise 2nd of unitary method, right? So in first exercise, we have discussed about direct proportion. What is the meaning of direct proportion, students? First of all, listen to me carefully. Direct proportion means when you will increase one thing, the other thing will also become increase. When you will decrease one thing, the other thing will also decrease. Okay, so this is called direct. But in this exercise, we are going to start inverse proportion. When one thing will increase, other will decrease. And if one thing will decrease, other will increase. This is called inverse proportion. So in unitary method, now in this exercise, you will learn about inverse proportion of unitary method. Let's start with the exercise, all of you. In this exercise, you can see what's the question over here. If 48 men can dig a trench in 14 days, right? 48 men are doing work and they are going to dig the earth, okay? They can do in 14 days. How long will 28 men take to dig a similar trench? How long will 28 men? Now listen to me, students. 48 men dig it in 14 days. If men will be reduced, you are reducing the man, right? Reduce means decreasing. Okay, then days will be increased because less number of men will take more time. No, common sense you have to see, think in these questions, in these type of questions. If 48 men are digging a trench in 14 days, then 28 men will take more time. Okay, so how you will do this type of question when there is inverse proportion, when number of one thing is decreasing and other will increase, like man is decreasing and the number of days will increase, right? How you will do these type of questions? First of all, 48 men can dig a trench in 14 days. You have to write the statement. Then what you have to do? Unitary method, no? Unitary means you have to find the value of unit, means 1. So 1 man will dig the trench. This is inverse proportion, no? So in this case, there is no need to do division. Then what you have to do? You have to multiply, because this is inverse proportion. You have to multiply 14 with 48. What's the reason? 14 with 48. So what's the reason? Reason is less man, more days. Less man, man is less, but days are more. So in this case, we will do multiply to find the value of unit. Okay, so 28 men will dig the trench in, you have to divide it by 28. That's it. Clear? So when you will solve this, and you will get the answer 24 days after doing the calculation. At the table of 12 also, 7 also, you can cut them, and at the table of 7 mostly you can cut, and you will find the value of 28 men will dig the trench in 24 days. Clear, all of you? It was too simple. Oh, you are getting this point. This is called inverse proportion. Okay, so coming to the next slide, all of you. Question number 2. You can see next question, question number 2. 16 men can reap a field in 30 days. Okay, find how many men must be engaged to reap the same field in 24 days. Guys, listen. This is inverse. If 16 men can reap in 30 days, and what is asking in 24 days, the days are less, obviously you have to increase the number of men. So number of men will be increased. So inverse proportion it is. One thing is decreasing, other thing will be increase, right? Will increase. So that's why in solution you have to write in 30 days a field is reaped by 16 men. In 1 day you have to multiply. In 24 days then you have to divide by 24. After solving this at the table of 4, you can cancel them. You will get 20 men as answer. Okay, getting? It's too simple, no? Let's clean this first of all. Then next slide. Question number 3 is this, students. You can see same for 45 cows can graze in 13 days. So 1 cow will 45 into 13. Same it is only. You should try. Okay. If you will find any difficulty, you can see this screen, this slide. Okay. Question number 4. Listen students. In question number 4, what is given? 16 horses can consume a certain quantity of corn in 25 days. In how many days would the same quantity be consumed by 40 horses? Right? 16 horses can consume in 25 days. Right? 14 horses will do. Think about it. 16 horses are consuming in 25. If you will increase the horses, 40 horses you will put. Obviously, they will consume it in less days. So horses are increasing and the days are decreasing. So in these type of questions, we are using inverse proportion. To find the value of unitary 1 horse, you have to multiply, and to find the value of 40 horses, you have to divide by 40. Same thing. Getting? So answer will be 10. Clear all of you? Getting? If you have any type of doubt, you can ask me. Don't worry. You're free to ask in the doubt session. Clear? So next, same only. You should try. Okay. So I'm doing question number 7. Clear? A bus covers a certain distance in 3 hours 20 minutes at an average speed of 45 km per hour. Okay. Bus covers a distance in 3 hours 20 minutes at an average speed of 45 km per hour. How long will it take to cover the same distance at a speed of 36 km per hour? So what's the question? With 45 km per hour speed, a bus can cover distance in 3 hour 20 minutes. So 3 hour 20 minutes, you have to convert this, right? 20 minutes will be 20 upon 60, right? 20 upon 60 will be 1 upon 3. So 3, 1 by 3. That means mixed fraction is, this is mixed fraction. No? You will convert into simple normal fraction. Then it will be 10 by 3 hours. First of all, you have to solve 3 hours 20 minutes. That's why I'm doing question. This question I'm explaining you just because of this 3 hours 20 minutes. You will write like this: 3 plus 20 minutes can be written as to convert it into hours, 20 upon 60. Clear all of you? So 0 will be cancelled with 0. At the table of 2 you can cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are. It will be 3, 1 by 3. So when you will convert mixed fraction into improper fraction, 3 threes are 9, 9 plus 1 10. Right? So it will be 10 upon 3. You can see in this directly we have done 10 upon 3. See over here. Right? So with the speed of 1 kilometer, what you will do? You have to multiply 45 into 10 upon 3. Right? 45 into 10 upon 3. So with the speed of 36 kilometer, divided it by 36. Same only. Rest of the part is same. But you just know that 3 hour 20 minutes you have to convert in hours only. It will be 10 by 3 hours. Clear all of you? Let's rub the screen first of all. Then we will go to next question. Okay. So coming to the next question. Question number 8. It's same only. One thing I have to explain in this question. Listen to me carefully. At the beginning of a month, a factory has enough materials to make 240 tons of steel in a month. Okay, at the beginning of the month, one factory was having enough material to make 240 tons of steel. They can make 240 tons of steel within 1 month. If 60 more tons of steel are to be made that month, how long will the materials last? Okay, so the question will be, how long will the material last? To make 240 tons of steel, 1 month or 30 days, right? Month can be written as 30 days, no? To make 1 ton, you have to multiply 30 days with 240, right? To make, what is asking? 60 more. Yes, listen to me students. This thing I have to explain you in this question. 60 more. 60 more means you have to add 60 with 240. Total will be 300. So to make 300 tons, you have to divide it by 300, you will get answer 24 days. Okay, clear all of you? Getting? So in this question, I need to explain you one thing only, that in the question 1, if 60 more is written over here, so you have to add 60 with 240, then 300, you have to find the 300 tons of steel are to be made with in that month. Okay, clear? So question number 9. Listen, easy. Listen to me carefully. What's the question? A contractor employed 210 men to build a house in 60 days. After 12 days, he was joined by 70 more men. In how many days will the remaining work be finished? Okay, in the beginning, number of men was 210. After 12 days, number of men was 70. More men employed was 70. So total men will be 280. You have to add them. When you will add total men, you will get total men 280. So total period is 60 days. Okay. Listen to me carefully, one thing, all of you. Read the question again. A contractor employed 210 men to build a house in 60 days. Okay. After 12 days, he was joined by 70 more men. After 12 days, students, still 60 days, no? Total was 60 days. 12 days, only 210 men has done the work. After 12 days, how many days are left? 48 days. For 48 days, you have to find 280 men's work, right? So 210 men can build the house in 48 days. So one man can build the house in 48 into 210. So then again 280 will, you have to divide it by 280. From this only, that I am making the bracket, the same part. In this question, you have to understand this part only. Clear? It's too simple. So coming to the next question, hope you are getting. Let's erase this first of all. Then we will go to next slide. Okay. So question number 10. Same, a military camp has provision for 630 men to last for 25 days. How many men must be transferred to another camp so that the food lasts for 30 days? 25 days, the food is sufficient for 630 men. In one day, 630 into 25. In 30 days, you have to multiply. But they are saying that you have to shift, right? So number of men to be transferred, 630 minus 525. Simple. Clear? So I'm going to explain you 11th, you have to try. 12th, I'm going to explain you. In 12th question, 1200 soldiers in a fort has enough food for 28 days. After 4 days, some soldiers were transferred to another fort, and thus the food lasted for an extra 32 days. How many soldiers left the fort, right? So period in beginning was 28 days. Number of days passed was 4 days. So remaining period is 24 days. Food is sufficient for 24 days for 1200 soldiers, right? So in this question, you have to find for 1 day, right? Unitary method, we are starting from this point, right? Inverse unitary method. For 1 day, 1200 into 24. For 32 days, you have to multiply. You will get 900 soldiers. So total was 1200, 900 after the period. Then you have to subtract 300 soldiers left the fort. So students, after question number 9, that how many soldiers have left and after 12 days, these type of questions I will make you explain face to face more clearly. Don't worry. If you are getting these questions in these slides, then it's very good enough. If you are not able to understand, so don't worry. I will make you explain in the class. Okay? Clear all of you? So it's too simple. Hope you are getting. Okay. So last 4 questions you can like skip only. You have to do in the notebook. But for more understanding, I will explain you again. Don't worry. Okay. In these type of PPTs, the explanation will not be possible till that point that we used to explain in face-to-face class, right? So just try to understand it. If you will not get these points now, you can ask in doubt session. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.